you made me.
So we got 2 boxes of Battles of Legend to open today for you guys. Let's tear straight into them. Got a big eye and another big eye. So we got a snake eye set of big eyes, guys. Now let's check out the pack. So we've got Gamma Seal and Absolute Zero. Cool, we got a lightning. I actually needed me one of those. That is cool. I really like that Stratos, guys. Nice, we got that Chaos Emperor Dragon. And we got one more pack to dig into. Let's see what we got here. There are so many good reprints for this pack, to be honest. I needed that Danko Senka, so that's good. Nice, nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys really seem to enjoy the Sword Duel Disk, so today I'm going to show it off a bit more, a little bit of the work I put in on it. The deck box is fully functional to where you can pull out cards. The graveyard is nice and easy to use, and as you can see, you can pull these cards out, but they're not going to fall, even upside down. The field spell zone is pretty simple to use. You can just slip in cards, and this works pretty much with all of the zones. I've kind of made this new type of Duel Disk zone with this flexible kind of top. And it lets you slip in cards and they become completely windproof, so you're not going to worry about your cards falling off no matter what angle they're at. The zones for each blade kind of collapse inwards so that it can hide into a 3-zoned dual disc. The deck box rotates so that you can set it however you want with the graveyard, field spell, and deck. And finally, the whole thing collapses into a very small, compact dual disc. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Answering a subscriber question on if you can play 4 copies of one card in a deck due to the Neo Duel stipulations. And the answer is yes, technically. You can play 3 copies of a Red Eyes Black Dragon in your main deck and 1 Neo Red Eyes Black Dragon, because its name will not be treated as Red Eyes Black Dragon, but its name will be treated as a Red Eyes monster. So if you have a card that affects a Red Eyes monster while he's in the Neo Zone, that'll definitely work. But if you have a card that says target 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field, that will not work. This guy will be treated as a Neo Red Eyes Black Dragon, or Red Eyes Black Neo Dragon, or whatever the hell you want. But for the most part, you can kind of see that you'll be able to play 4 copies of one card in your deck, because 3 will be in the main deck, and 1 will be there in the extra deck, which is kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Gonna do a quick audio check here to make sure our mics sound pretty good. Welcome to the late night Neo Duel stream. Alright guys, I think I got everything working. So, good evening once again. Sorry about the wait guys, I had to make sure the controls were all hooked up correctly and to get the Game Boy screen itself actually working for you. It was just using the wrong save file type, which is an easy fix. But let's go ahead and get this hooked up for you guys. And then I'm gonna adjust the size to it. Sorry, I had to do this live, but it's because I had to reset the emulator itself. Every time you reset it, you have to resize what's going on with it. So. And then if that AC unit is too loud or something in the background, let me know and we'll cut it off of the stream only. But alright, so tonight we'll be checking out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fire Red Pokeduel, whatever you want to call it. And essentially this is a ROM hack, and if you're not familiar with what those are, that is whenever you alter the video game to play a different way, essentially. So let's get straight into this. So they have completely changed like the opening and a little bit, and from what I understand they'll be doing kind of like Pokemon are traded out for Yu-Gi-Oh monsters pretty much. So instead of starting out with like Charmander, you'd start out with like Red Eyes or Red Eyes Black Chick. Okay, so he changed it out to a Cyber Dragon. Nice, nice. And this should be good to reduce the clicks from my previous streams, hopefully using this different input method other than the mouse. So study Pokemon as a profession, yeah, we know this. We know this. I wonder why they didn't change them from Pokemon to just something else entirely. We're just going to go with our channel name for the character's name. Let's call our dude Neo here. There we go. What should we name the grandson, guys? Someone in stream. What should we name him? Nothing too profane, okay? But what should we name him? Got new name. Green, Gary, Kaz, and Toru. I usually go with Kaz if I'm not trying to think too hard. It sounds douchey enough, but kind of anime enough. And then, new name. Let's go with new name. Go ahead and pop one in the comments, guys. Let's see what we can put up here. I don't want to linger too long on each segment, though, because I want to show you guys the different things in the game that they've changed, that they have to offer, like with the Pokemon battle system, for the most part, like how different is it and how Pokemon is it, if that makes any sense. Let's call him... Why not? There we go. Nice. Alright. So you start off in your room like typical Pokemon. Let's see if the Nintendo says anything. Neo played the NES. It's time to go. Okay, so it doesn't change the games you played, nothing like that. Full Pokemon books. Okay. So nothing too significantly different here. Okay, so as I understand, when you open up the file and you start playing it, there are different ways to actually play this version. So you have like a sandbox mode, kind of, if that makes sense. So we're going to go with standard. This is what you like to play a level cap. So a level cap in this one means that if you hit like level 14, your Pokemon won't continue leveling in that area until you get your next badge or something like that. So we're not gonna play with a level cap because I want my Pokemon to get stronger.
I think I don't want to play with a level cap, right? Okay, so are you interested in randomizer settings? No. Would you like to explore multiple grinding options offered? So this is for like your special attack and stuff like that. I'm good on that. We're going to go with a yes for infinite rare candies just for the stream, so that if we'd like to advance a little quicker, if things are getting dull, we don't have to farm too hard. So that I can kind of show you guys the differences between Pokeduel and normal old Pokemon. So you have the sand block. Let's go with just the default. Well, actually, let's see. Sandbox lets you pick any monster to add to your party. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do Sandbox just also for the same sake of the stream, so that you guys can see all of the Pokemon that they've replaced in the game. Alright, so let's talk to Yamada. We're going to adjust some settings real quick also to make this just slightly better. We're going to make our text speed fast, leave the battle scene on for you guys, and just for my enjoyment here, we're going to change the border. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and save so that it has the correct save file type real quick, and then we'll move on. And I think I'm running it just a little too quick because see, my character is kind of like dashing around. So what I'm going to do is adjust my frame skip real quick. So we're going to change the throttle on how fast it's going. So right now I think it's at like 170%. So I'll probably drop it down to like 130 and see if it runs better. I don't know. You guys let me know. How's that look? If it looks too frame skippy, like if it looks like too choppy, we can adjust the throttle in this to basically make your character not look so choppy. So let's do like 140. Let's jump up just 10. See what I mean? Just a little better. He's supposed to be running. That feels right. The text boxes feel correct. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go down here. Supposed to try to leave the city, don't go out, da-da-da-da. And what's cool is there's actually a full throttle button, so it'll just kind of like speed this up very quickly. So we can actually kind of like dash really fast through parts we've all seen a million times before, you know. There are 3 Pokemon here. Okay. He thinks it's no fair because he's a douchebag. So the 3 Pokemon that we're going to choose from, you have Illusion Magician, easy to raise, probably taking the place of something like Bulbasaur if I had to guess. Then you have Paladin of White Dragon, which is probably going to be your Blue Eyes variant that takes the place of like a Squirtle if I had to guess again. We don't want the Paladin of White Dragon. I already know who I'm getting, of course. This is probably your Charmander for the game, so this is Red Eyes Black Chick, and he evolves into your Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I'm going to go ahead and take this guy. And let's go ahead and call him, let's give him an easy name, because I feel like being a little edgy and nerdy today, so let's just call him like Darkwing or some nonsense, because that's simple. I don't really want to have to think too hard about a lot of the names for these characters. Let's see. Alright, so now he's in my party. He's going to be a jerk and take the other one. And once we try to leave, he should try to battle us. Yeah, typical Pokemon stuff here. Okay, so replacement, another one here is you'll notice that they changed which way, there you go. If you look, they changed some Pokeballs to little cards. So it's just little Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead of Pokeballs. And it's like how many monsters you have to summon, which is kind of cool. They should have Egyptian themed this and done like the tablets, because then that's like how many you would actually have, because they didn't have a deck of monsters. They had like 10 tablet monsters they would use. Alright, so this automatically seems a little unfair. 2 against 1, that's 1 Pokemon. I don't believe they're fused at the hip. When Pokemon trainers put their Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know this. We know these things. We know these things. Okay, so we only have Peck and Growl, and I'm just going to peck him to death. Because we should have, like, a berry. There we go. This is what I was talking about. We're going to speed right through the nonsense. Okay. Alright, so now we should be able to talk to him. He's going to tell us to raise his Pokemon. We're going to go get a parcel from him. Or for him from the North City. Would you guys like to see what's in the grass? Or would you prefer me to just knock out this mission and you want to see what's going on story-wise? Because basically, they changed the Pokemon in the grass, right? So I'm just going to go back and forth. This is like the happy lover. This is so crazy. Because normally, in my normal Pokemon kind of game save files, I'll just sit here and farm this area out until my first Pokemon evolves. I don't know how many of you guys do that, but that's something I definitely do. Let's see. So first we're going to go to PC, heal up our dude. So we're going to also check this out. So just for the sake of your guys' entertainment, we don't actually have to go to the grass. I think there's a dude somewhere around here that will give you one of any Pokemon that you want. Someone's PC. Withdraw. Let me see. I don't remember how to do it, but there's a way to get any Pokemon you want when you're in sandbox mode. I think it's a guy. Nice. He changes any move and the nature. He doesn't do squat. I just talked to you. Why did I talk to you again? Let's see. Pokemon Center, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of funny. They change a lot of the lore, of course. Like, that's one reason to play these ROM hacks. One of my favorite ones, I think, was like, it's like a Team Rocket version of a ROM hack. He will not go in front of the door. Alright, bro. Alright, candy. Oh, yeah, you can kind of just keep picking these up. And you'll just keep having 99 rare candies in your inventory here. Anyway, so let's move on to the mart, to the mission. Alright. He keeps like overshooting the door because the sensory input is too sensitive or something. Alright, so how blah 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 blah. You're gonna let me keep it, cool, give you your package. I basically just held this Pokemon captive to let him get his bag from the store. It's kinda messed up. Alright, so now he's gonna give us the Pokedexes. He literally just ran off. Alright. Is it one of you guys? They just, like, ripped this sprite from one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, but he's so much taller. He can adjust your settings. That's kind of cool. Mini bosses, EXP share is currently on. Cancel. A Attention Duelist, goodbye. That's hilarious. DexNav, what's this? Is a set to default, which means it only shows monsters that you've encountered before. What? Okay. That's kind of cool. He has some interesting settings there to change. Alright. Well, we're not going to go talk to the mob, and before we leave, we're just going to take off. We're just going to take off. It's fine. It's fine. She doesn't need to know nothing. We're good. Alright, so there's a Karibo. Okay, cool. So you have the little L button for that too? Alright, cool. So we're just gonna... we're gonna hit him a few times. Alright, let's see here. I thought I was at the Pokemon Mart, but I might be wrong. Like, it might be somewhere else. But I could have swore it said at the Pokemon Mart you can talk to a guy. And he will give you any Pokemon that exists. Maybe it's upstairs? Wireless communication, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, so they straight up let you build a quote-unquote duel your friends. That's funny. Alright, well, it's definitely not in here, and I don't want to spend an eternity trying to figure it out, so worst case scenario, I'll just level up the Pokemon I have and catch ones that I want. So if you guys want to see somebody leveled up, we'll just sit there and give them a bunch of rare candies. Give our poor damn Pokemon some diabetes just to level them up. Alright, so let's go, and I kind of want to catch him. He almost died. He literally almost died. We're going to throw a Pokeball at him to see if we can catch it. It's funny, you're going to catch him with the Pokeball. He's going to end up in a card. Nice. Celtic Guardian was holding a tiny mushroom. What was Celtic Guardian doing with a tiny mushroom? Yeah, take the tiny mushroom from him. He needs help. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he was using responsibly. I don't know. Alright, give a nickname to Celtic Guardian. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna dub him a Sir something, right? He's gonna get knighted today. He's gonna be Celtic Knight today. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with let's call him. Let's put a little space in there. There we go. Why not? Why not add him to the party? You know what? Just to help him out since we just whooped his butt. Let's we have 300 rare candies. Okay. You know what? Just gonna level him up a little bit, catch him up a little bit, see what he evolves into. Because that's kind of what we're doing. This isn't a serious save file. I just kind of want to get into this and show you guys what's in the game. It's gonna be elevated to level 9. Probably will evolve between 16 and 30 if he evolves. Learn Focus Energy. So he's like a grass type. He's learning grass type moves. That's what's happening. He's learning grass type moves. Already knows 4 moves. Should be replaced with Celtic Blade. Oh, they changed some of the moves too. So let's change Foresight and Focus Energy. Learn Celtic Blade. Oh snap, he's evolving. What's he evolving into? Oh, Obnoxious Celtic Guard maybe? Celtic Noble. That's funny. Okay. I think that's what that's supposed to be. That's pretty cool. Hold on. He looks like he leveled up a bit. It's so funny. He's a normal grass. Relaxed nature. He looks so relaxed with 2 swords swinging at you. Let's see about you though. And we'll level him up too. Get it into the bag. This is totally a healthy habit, man. Alright, here we go. There we go. Let them indulge. Let's see, let's take away Growl. That's fine. Incinerate? Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay, so let's do... Get rid of Peck. Now he's gonna evolve. Let's see what he evolves into. Does he just evolve straight into Red Eyes Black Dragon? So what does Red Eyes evolve into? Let's replace Quick Attack with Wing Attack. Let's see, he's getting there. I don't know if he evolves at another level. Inferno Blast, yeah, we'll replace Ember. That's kind of cool. They're doing mostly well-themed attacks and stuff. Wants to learn Dust Tornado? What does Dust Tornado do? Should be replaced. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see what it does. Let's replace Blinded by Dust Tornado may lower accuracy 10%, 60. So you know what? We'll do Wing Attack. Get rid of the Wing Attack, that's fine. Alright, moving on. Jesus Christ, he's at 36 and hasn't... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, goodness. You've eaten so much candy. He turns into Black Metal Dragon. Alright, that's pretty cool. It's pretty brutal, kids. Black Metal Dragon. Oh, no, it's just, it's just... Can't learn 4 moves. Metamorph, that's kind of cool. He has a move called Metamorph. It's a steel type move. Equip yourself with metal armor. Your attack is sharply raised, but speed is lowered. I'm gonna learn it just because it's cool. Like, this is kind of making me think, what if Digimon went like a Pokemon route? Because Digimon always look cooler to me. So these guys kind of look really cool in comparison to Pokemon. Alright, hold on. Alright, well, we evolved our dude. Let's go and... Oh, I bet the rival is still over here, actually. Let's beat him up real quick. You poor feral imp. He walked into the wrong house for a minute. Alright, moving on. Now he's gonna talk some smack. Probably don't have any badges, blah 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 blah. You know what though? He's got 2 cards now. I got 2 cards. I know he cheated to win and all, but I would have sat here for hours probably farming on my actual game to do literally what I just did. Because I'm kind of that crazy. I want to see what Metamorph looks like. Okay, so it's just like a focus energy type of thing. You can tell there was a lot of effort into going into either pulling the sprites from something else or just making a lot of them from scratch. Yeah. Let's see what Dust Tornado does. Oh, he's asleep? That's really cool. It just looks like Gust, kind of. I think conceptually this would work as a Yugioh game if they changed certain themes and elements. You know what I'm saying? Like, to why you're only carrying X amount of monsters and that kind of thing. But yeah, you could totally change this to dual monsters and it would still work very well. Let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I've got Pokemon. Okay, so maybe we should catch some new ones? Let's go catch a couple new ones. So we're going to do this. We've already got you, so we're just going to kill you. We're going to do this until we find a new one. You know what? We're going to catch him. What should we name Feral Imp? You know what? I'm not going to name him. I'm not worried about naming him. What we're going to do is shove him full of candy. Like he's a piñata. I don't even care what moves he learns, because I'm literally going to probably take him to like a move tutor and delete all his moves. They might have even done that unintentionally, so you could sit here and do this through any ROM. Oh, cool. Death Feral Imp. That's pretty cool. Let's see if he evolves again. He's probably going to have to hit like level 50. Let's see. Yeah, 38, 39. Almost. Good God. He just keeps going, learning random stuff. What's the highest level that a Pokemon evolves at? Like 56? Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm stopping at 60. Goodness. So I'm assuming Feral Imp doesn't evolve any further past that. Yeah, see if we can find somebody else out here. And if we don't see anybody else, then we won't catch them, no big deal. Give it a couple of tries. You guys want to see what Karibo evolves into? I'm honestly genuinely less curious about this one, but I'm willing to level him up to see what he does. Okay, let's see what this one does. Okay, he's evolving. Let's see what he turns into. Wing Karibo. Okay, I mean, like, it doesn't feel like a big upgrade as a Yu-Gi-Oh monster and all, but conceptually this makes a lot of sense, okay? This makes quite a bit of sense. Let's see if Wing Karibo becomes like Wing Karibo level 10 or something. It would have been even funnier if at level 10 he became Wing Karibo level 10 for a little while. He's going to get the same treatment as Feral Imp. I guess I'm just going to have a party of level 60 Pokemon until I find out what their final evolutions are. Because generally, I don't think most Pokemon evolve into something else past 60. I could be wrong. I probably am, but I can't think of one. Cool. This is a level 10? It is. It's Wing Karibo level 10. Which, honestly, the sprite work looks pretty sick. He looks more menacing like this than he does normally. And he's pretty worthy of being a dragon on my dragon team looking like that. It's pretty cool. He has Multiply as an ability. And it's basically agility. That's funny. Alright, well, there you go. That's what he evolves into. And I'm pretty sure that's all that's over here. I haven't seen anything else. Moving on to the next area. Oh, okay, that's right. There's a Rare Hunter up there and a Team Rocket dude. Okay. Let's see. That's right, we gotta go make sure that nobody's at the gym. Gym doors are locked. Okay. Guess, like, a little bit of lore change here, but that's cool. So I already beat the other guy, so what's going on? Lost a Shadow Duel and about to get sucked into the Shadow Realm. Alright. Okay, he just disappears. Okay, and they just scurried off because they're so afraid of your aura, apparently. Like, what the fuck? Alright. Deal with this ugly kid. Damn! Damn, cold. They were trying to immediately make you hate these guys, is all. And the only way to do that is to immediately start talking shit or kill a puppy, apparently. You know, John Wick style. If you want someone to be an immediate bad guy, that's how you make them hate them. Like, let's just do whatever. I don't think he's really going to have anything that's going to put up a fight. Meeting, Mount Moon. Okay, so now we're going to Mount Moon for Team Rocket, and they're working with the rare hunters. Man-eating bugs out in the forest. That's funny. Which is pretty much just man-eater bug. You're Karibo, huh? I don't think your Karibo is doing squat, kid. Okay, Petite Moth. This makes sense. These make sense as, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards here. He said you have a deck. Alright, yeah, that's fair. It's nonsense. You know what? Yeah, let's switch out to Karibo. Why not? See what Karibo can do. Alright, here we go. Oh, cool, that's what the man-eater bug's gonna be. Which of the Black Forest? Okay, and she's in a forest. That makes... Okay. They put a lot of thought into this whole thing. So let's go Dust Tornado, knock her out. Cherry Bean. Nice. So Rex Raptor is the first gym leader, and it's dinosaurs. That's kind of cool. Okay. It's got a Swamp Battle Guard. Let's send out this dude, why not? It's gonna send out Twin-Headed King Rex. Okay, so they didn't make him end on Red Eyes. They made him end on his Rex monster. That's kind of interesting. Stop cheating. He's not wrong. We cheated the hell out of this. Like, I mean, he is not wrong. For once, he's not lying. And apparently Celtic Guardian just threw a bunch of rocks at him to kill him. He didn't even... Stop cheating. Wait, let me give you stuff after whooping my ass. That's funny. Alright. We're gonna take a little save break, guys, and I'm gonna send you something funny here to watch and my little 5-minute timer break, and we'll come right back and knock out every town in the game so that you guys can see what's available pretty much through the whole game. I'm just gonna speed run the hell out of it tonight and get as much of it out of the way as I can. And just let me know if you enjoy the late night bumps and if there's any audio issues going forward.
I've created a new dual disc that will completely change how we play the game. Go! Neo Summon! Is this what you made me? Get my puppets back. Destroy your master.
Welcome back, guys. We're gonna get straight back into some more of this Game Boy mix-up of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh for you. Now, we started off, and right before we cut off the stream in the first area, you can see they've done a little bit of sprite editing to kind of maybe scrunch them down a bit. Okay, she's got Celtic Guardian. Again, we're going to speed up and get straight into the next town here. I need to probably take my dude to a Pokemon Center. Oh, weird. It's kind of cool. She's like calling out for Yugi. That's kind of weird. Alright, I'm going to take my dude to a Pokemon Center here, so he can recover all the Pokemon power for his moves. Let's see if it's this Pokemon Center that has the dude. Konami has released a new box, but I haven't finished clearing the last box. Yeah. Secret is that Konami hates you, dude. They hate us all. They just want your money, and they hate you a lot. Okay, so, let's see. Oh, I remember this from the... Wow. Okay, so he's definitely not in here. He's definitely not in there. I don't know where the guy is supposed to be at that gives you different moves. I guess we should also probably buy Pokeballs just in case we need them. Probably. I still think this would be so much funnier if it was like cards that you're trapping them in. You just buy a deck of cards to seal monsters into. Anyway. Oh, that's cool. Flame Manipulator. Check that out. We're also gonna change the battle style to set. Yeah. Man-Eater Bug. Okay, lots of bug types. That's kind of cool. What you got? Got a Luster Dragon. Feral Imp again. Alright, cool. Gonna mow all these guys down. Put you the Black Forest. Okay. Swordsman with Landstar. We're just gonna see if we can catch him. Now let's level him up and see what he turns into. See how fast we can get him leveled up here. Probably about, take a couple seconds, about a minute or so he'll be at level 60 and we'll know what he turns into. Oh, he turns into Guilford? Yeah, Guilford the Lightning. They made Swordsman Landstar kind of glow up there. That's kind of cool. I wonder if he becomes anything, because he turned in something at level 26, so... Let's see, 42. Only got a couple more left. I don't think he evolves into anything else. When a level 60 Pokemon still knows a Leer, it has the most intense glare of all. Alright, let's go. Guess he doesn't evolve into anything else. That's fine. Little wing guard, that's cool. You want to challenge the GX League, but if you want to go through, you have to defeat the Duel Monsters League first. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. So they modeled it kind of like how Gold and Silver probably are, where there's multiple chunks of the game. Okay, there's a Flame Manipulator. He'd probably evolve into a Flame Swordsman, right? So let's go ahead and drop him. I'd be surprised. Let's see what he turns into. Yes. His little avatar looks so goofy. What is that? I love how some of them have so much effort put into them, like Guilford the Lightning, or the Karibo, or even like the swords, yeah, the Celtic Guardian or whatever, but this guy, what's going on? This one looks good, this part of it, it's just this little party one. Is it Flame Swordsman? Did we get it right? It's Flame Swordsman. Now the real question is, does Flame Swordsman turn into something else? Because that would be pretty cool. I'm just curious what they would turn him into. I kind of like this though. It means instead of having like a bunch of Pokemon that are just copy-paste, you kind of have like a set of knights or dragons or, you know, monsters in particular, like the Yu-Gi-Oh variety rather than the Pokemon variety, and that's how it would change. Which is kind of funny because when you think about it, Pokemon have a ton of different typings, like, or subtypings, whatever, where it's like, you know, fire, water, earth, fighting, da-da-da-da, but Yu-Gi-Oh, you just can transplant that with warrior, sea serpent, you know, oh, that's awesome. A dark flare knight. That makes perfect sense. Hold up, we're gonna go check this out. Yeah, we're starting to shape up here. Now we gotta go put some money in a PC though, so when we catch somebody new... You know what? We gotta send him out and see what he does. Alright. So, let's go up here to the PC, give it a save here, heal everybody, save the game, and then move on to the next area. Yeah, I think if you get the chance to play this, it's pretty well worth it. They moved here from Hoenn. Brand new monsters. Is this part of the actual game in Fire Red? I don't remember this being... This looks like they're from a different area. Like Pack Chick, and I picked Illusion Magician. Okay, yeah. Screw it, let's test them out. What you got? That's cool, so maybe it's like a duel that they added? Okay. So I'm gonna switch out Dark Flare Knight and hit him with Celtic Blade. Like the combo just looks cool as hell, to be honest. This feels more like summoning monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just imagine if they did this where it was like 5 monsters, or for example, if we programmed a Neo Duel version. Since it's single column, you only have to worry about animating 1 to 2 monsters at a time anyway. But I digress. Hit him with the flamethrower. Bullet Seed, why not? Alright, that was kind of cool. Oh, Berfomet's in here? I'm catching him. Ah, but he's going to be sent to the bank. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go drop off some of our stronger Pokemon in the bank. So that we don't have to... We can catch new guys and level them up and see what they look like on our journey here. Oh, that looks cool as hell, to be honest. I love that. That's really cool. Alright. Store him. I haven't seen what he levels up to, if anything. Dark Flare Knight's pretty cool. We're going to store him. We know he levels up max. He's max. He's max. And he's max. So we'll keep the Celtic Guardian for now. Even though my preference would probably be to run with the Red Eyes, but still. Mount Moon. Alright, let's go. Beta Warrior. Okay. So let's do Bullet Seed. Knock them out. Little D. Oof. Jerry Beans, man. Use Celtic Blade, avoided the attack. Goodness. Alright, that should be good. Okay. Let's try and level them up for the area so we can run through. Okay. It'd be cool if the TMs you pick up were more like spells and traps, because then it'd be like the monster has a certain level of power, but kind of like how Dark Magician has like 1,000 knives and you know, the magic hats and all that. Those would just be the monster support cards, would just be their attacks and abilities. But you kind of see them doing a little bit of that. Okay, we'll come up out of here. Okay, so he's got the other battle guard. Okay. We're gonna catch him to see what he turns into. There we go again. I said, oh boy, here I go killing again. Sorry, I quote too much of that nonsense, but it's funny to me. There we go. He's got to evolve at some point. Maybe he'll become the alpha, the like combined one. God dang, I can't remember his name. Oh, we were right. Valkyrion. Valkyrion. Steel Wing. That makes a lot of sense. Let's do that. Defense mode. See, that's kind of cool. I think if you enjoy both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to check this out. It's like a must-play. I'm skipping through a lot of the events because I don't specifically want to be spoiling the events for you guys who do want to play it. But I do kind of want to show off a lot of stuff in the game, so that's what we're skipping through for. We have the ability to kind of speed run it for you. Oh, that was cool. Now that we think about it. Okay. That's kind of cool because they have different animations that almost look like they were dueling themselves, like an actual sword duel, but we're dueling because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Helix fossil? No. Dome fossil? Sure. I know most people go for Helix, but I kind of like the guy that you bring back. You found one arm of the forbidden one. Cool. Cool, so we found some Exodia pieces. We're about to make it to the next area. Oh crap, Tristan. Okay. Is he really a duelist though? Should we be calling him that? Okay, so we made it to Cerulean, so let's go ahead and knock out the gym here. It's Mako Tsunami, that makes a lot of sense actually. Alright. It's kind of funny because when you think about it, the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was all themed. So like each episode was a particular like typing. So they have a really easy time here making out the gym leaders to be different characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially characters we saw Yu-Gi Challenge at some point. So like Weevil would be the Bug Gym, for example, and it would make a lot of sense. Okay, so it's got some Starboy. Legendary Fisherman. Okay. And Miss Starboy. So it's gonna be like Starmie and Staryu. Alright, that's this one down. Like I said, I'm speeding through. We're speed running a bit here. Oh, he's got a blue eyes now. That's cool. Nice. Nice. Okay, that was pretty interesting. I think you guys kind of get the gist of what's going on here, though. It's Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it's Pokemon. You know, like, it's literally just Fire Red version reskinned with Yu-Gi-Oh! Elements and themes. So, like, you're still going to be... The core gameplay you're going to be playing is Pokemon. You could literally transfer all your Pokemon knowledge over to this, and you're just, like, playing it with new monsters is all that really is, and a different storyline, so like with Team Rocket and stuff. But I think it's pretty well trying. I like the overall game mechanic of Pokemon, so especially in like the Game Boy era. I think what they did with the cards is really cool. But let me know what you guys think. I think I'm going to go ahead and play us out on another little timer here for you guys for the end of the video, but I definitely think you should check this out. We'll probably link it up in the Discord very soon and on the Patreon page and all that stuff so that everybody can get access to this. If I can remember to do it, I'll try to put it in the link of this video later on. But yeah, guys, definitely let me know what you think of Pokeduel in the comments below, because I am curious.
guys, I'm finishing up my dual disc design to have the biomechanical arm look, and I'm gonna say this is actually one of the coolest dual discs I've made so far. And honestly, the weight distribution is perfect, as you don't have that weird thing on the bottom of your wrist with this one. You can actually see this is just a glove I built to go with it to make it look cooler, but for the most part, the entire dual disc is actually held on the top of my arm, and all the weight is sitting up top. So we've got all of our main monster zones, all of our spell and trap zones. Got some light trimming to do on the bolts down here. We've got a clip for our field spell to be slid in, deck zone, graveyard zone, and this is probably one of the coolest parts, is you can actually take your phone and mount it into the dual disc itself, and now you've got a life point counter, and you've got Master Duel that you can hook up to this. And guys, I even got something extra special I'm going to share with you later, which is some XR glasses that can be hooked up to one of my personal dual discs, and I'll show you that later on the channel. Subscribe if you want to see it. I've created a new dual disc that will completely change how we play the game. Go, Neo Summon. Is this what you made me? Get my duelist back. Destroy your master.
Alright, welcome back guys. We're going to get straight into the next chunk of this game, which is just the Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Mashup. So we just beat Cerulean City, and now we're going to move on to the next area. Just kind of speed running, catching Pokemon, doing things like that, leveling them up with the rare candies so that you guys can kind of see what this game has in store for you. Sometimes that'll be just rushing through things here. I think we have to go do all this to unlock the next stage. It's kind of cool. You get to see what Pokemon and dual monsters and stuff are available here. Let's see. He's fainted. Wow. Okay. He's just gonna throw rocks on everyone's head, it's fine. Oh, that's kind of cool. He's got an Axe Raider. Wild Heart? Is the elemental hero Wild Heart right now? That's kind of cool. I'm gonna Thunder Wave to see what he can do. Wild Heart's a limber. It won't affect him because he's not affected by trap cards. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm a big nerd for stuff like that. Little details will definitely get me kind of hyped for no reason. Wait, what is that? What are you in the grass up here? TM? Found a track? Okay. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they put all of the elemental heroes in. So, for example, you could have a whole team of elemental heroes. I think the archetype theming is kind of a little bit cooler than just type theming, which is also fine. It's just, I feel like it's cooler. That's the same again. Okay. Oh, Jamas. Oh, cool. King's Knight. Komori Dragon. Particular stone that makes... Okay, that's funny. See, like, equip cards could just be the held items. Bill has turned himself into a Karibo instead of a Clefairy. He's mad at you for transforming him out. Now he wants to duel you because he was a Karibo. And now he is not. Oh, cool. Cool, man. Oh, and you lost against Bill. Wow. It's cool. I kind of wanted to see what happens when you lose. I didn't know if you would go to Pokemon Center, lose a duel, kind of like how that works. But actually, it's a good time to switch out our party. I'm not really a big fan of Valkyrion. Someone's PC, so let's deposit Valkyrion, box 1, and withdraw Baphomet. Yeah. And then 60, 40, 60, 40, 37. Okay, we'll take Red Eyes back. That's cool. Good enough for me. Okay, alright. Back to challenging Bill. I wonder if you end up, he's like back to being a Pokemon again. I've literally never failed this particular part in Pokemon, so I don't know what happens here in the original Pokemon actually. No, he's back to being Bill. What's wrong with you? Okay, yeah, he's back to the same thing. I don't even know if you duel. I don't think you duel or battle Bill, do you? Oh, cool. Gets me the boat. Da da da. He was testing on people, so they banned him from the boat. Okay, well, they didn't change much about this town. That's fair, I suppose, but alright. Do I forget to get cut from somewhere, or do I just gotta go down? Yeah, I think I just gotta go through here. Come on, guy. I think the team battles is probably the best aspect of this so far. Pokemon Center, where are you at? Cool. Now this one we get the cut from the boat, I think, and then we can go challenge Lieutenant Surge. Let's see what Pokemon we can catch out here. Oh, Curse of Dragon. Definitely want to catch him. That's cool. Oh, there he is. Elemental Hero Avian. Pretty cool. kind of is cool to see all the sprite work for all the duel monsters, you know? Panther Warrior. Not really interested in catching a Harpies lady. There's so many Harpy ladies in the grass over here. What's going on? I don't even know if I want to know. That's cool. Harpy's brother. Jack's Knight. Yeah, I think that's really cool because, yeah, it completely changes how you do the archetype system. Alright, let's level up the guys that we have. I think we've got a few guys that we can now level up and change and see what they evolve into. So let's do that. We got 141 rare candies, so definitely. First birth from that, let's see what you become. I usually do this, like I said before, till about level 60. Evolves into a Chimera. Wants to learn Beast Fangs. That's pretty cool. See if he becomes anything past Chimera. I don't know how recently this game was made, but it looks like mostly DM era monster pool. So it'd be kind of cool to see like a one for GX, one for XCs. I know you can probably eventually get like Stardust Dragon. That's cool. A Chimera evolves into a Chimera, spelled slightly different. Cool. Alright, let's go with Curse of Dragon, see what he evolves into. Probably gonna be like the Dragon Knights or something like that. Yep. The Dragon Champion. He evolved pretty late stage 20s, so it probably doesn't have another one. But I hope I'm wrong. We're gonna go up to 60 and see. Gonna go up to 60 and see. Almost there. It looks like he does not evolve past this. Alright, next would be Panther Warrior. Gonna see if he evolves and what he evolves into. Dang, he's all the way at level 32, so maybe 36? My best guess. Warrior returning alive as a move, that's cool. Maybe Panther Warrior is one of the ones that doesn't evolve? So let's move on. Let's go get some different guys. Panther Warrior, we're gonna run from him. Ooh, Gear Free. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and catch this one. Let's see what he evolves into. He should evolve into Gear Free, the Lightning, or Legend, or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. Is he evolving into Gear Free, the Legend? Gear Free, the Sword Master. Still pretty cool. I like how accurate they are to most of these abilities. Or characters and abilities. And then the sprites always look like the card art. That's kind of wild. Let's see if there's anything else over here. I'll try a few more. We'll drop some of these guys off at the Pokemon Center. Since we know what they all evolve into now. Okay, so I guess it's time to possibly get on the boat. I was just really hoping to catch something different here. I don't know what. Let's see if there's the fisherman over here, whatever, the Pokemon Club or something. When it gives you something here. That's so funny. They just tells you the story in the intro of Yugioh. Trade for a bicycle. Okay, I guess we're going back to Cerulean City to get a bicycle now. Forgot about that. Totally worth it. If I remember right, it's better to do now. Oh, okay, cool. Here we go. Let's catch him. I forgot to run through this area, because I was just kind of like mobbing through earlier. Soggy Dark Clown, we'll catch him. See if we can level those guys up in a second. Ooh, Jack Knight. Yeah, we're definitely gonna catch him. See what they evolve into. Okay, let's find out. It's a bag. Let's see. Let's try Soggy the Dark Clown first. We'll see what he turns into. Became a Petin, huh? Okay. So it seems like they had to stick with most guys being, or most Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, being at 2 evolutions. That's what I'm seeing. I love how we're just going through this guy's broken-in house to pass through the entire city. That's just how it works in Cerulean. They don't care about crime scenes or anything like that, or preserving evidence. Teenagers can just walk straight through. It's good. Alright, so let's drop off. Actually, while we're here, let's drop some of the guys we just leveled up off. So I think that would just be him this time since we're already here. So what we gotta do now is go get more rare candies. Which are very possibly by the next shop, so, or by the last shop. Let's go, we'll go get this bike first. See, if they were really Yu-Gi-Oh-ing this out, it'd be cool, because you could actually get like a 5Ds bike or something, which would be cool. Let's go ahead and equip it. I couldn't imagine why I would need the bike, just because my character already runs at the speed of, you know, Icarus over here, but it does pace certain things out better, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. But I mean, he can also just bolt. Let's see if there's anybody else over here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, what's this? Mystical Elf. Oh, I'm out of Pokeballs. Alright. Well, I wasn't too worried about catching a mystical elf anyway. Let's see what all we caught today. Because we'll be able to see what's in the Pokédex, kind of technically, for all the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon or whatever. This is everything that we've seen so far today in this brief 2-hour session with minor nonsense ads. Got a Paladin, Blue Eyes, more of a Moth. I think this Wing Karibo one's pretty cool. It's probably one of the best ones so far. Little Wing Guard. Guilford the Lightning one's pretty good. Just the level of detail that went into a lot of the sprites here, man. Just kudos. Because you're a baby dragon. Beta the Magnet Warrior, Valkyrion. So I'm assuming that means there has to be the other two somewhere. Probably, right? Baphomet, and he's probably got an evolution. Oh yeah, he does. He's got the Chimera, yeah. Battle Guards, both of them. Killer Needle, Tadpole. Luster Dragon probably evolves into Luster Dragon number 2 if I had to guess. But who knows, you know. Alligator Sword. We gotta get one of those. Excuse me. It is a late night for me as well. Okay, so it becomes the Alligator Sword Dragon with the upgrade. That makes sense. Axe right here. Wild Heart. So what I want to know. We're gonna end on Wild Heart, but so if you look between the numbers, you should be able to see like who's missing. So like Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl probably, or like Wild Heart next to whoever he evolves into. So maybe like Wild Tornado would be there. Best guess. Harpy Bro. I love that. That's funny. Yeah, here I won't skip over them. Sorry. So we were here. Dark Magician Girl is a Pokemon, of course. Harpy Lady, Harpy's Lady's brother, Cursive Dragon. Then you have, of course, the 3. I'm assuming you'll have all 3 of the Jack's Knight, King's Knight, Queen's Knight. I feel like the Toon Monsters would be perfect for this as well, because they would just make really good sprites. And they're already kind of Pokemon-esque with like chunky bodies and big eyes, if that makes sense. So Avian. What does Avian evolve into? See how they do the card art? It's like him on the card art in the top corner there. That's what the actual card art looks like, but they made it sprite-like. And they made their own sprite for this or whatever. I don't know. I think it's amazing. Except Cannon, probably have all the others in this series somewhere in the game as well. I bet this also changed the ratio of, like, for example, electric monsters in the game. So, for let's say there were X amount of electric Pokemon types in the first gen, like Pikachu and, like Zapdos, etc., right? So let's say there's like 20 electric Pokemon. Well, if they changed all the monster types, that probably means, for example, that this is a water type guy, that there's different ratio than the original game. So that's probably another big way that this is different from the original Pokemon game mechanically. So like I said, everything is skinned like Pokemon. It's going to play like a Pokemon game, but everything is themed like Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's pretty cool. But I think we're going to go ahead and save the game for now. And this is where we'll start off if we do another Pokeduel stream. And if you guys liked this stream, then I know by you liking the video, so I know to make more Pokeduel streams. If this is what you guys would rather spend your time watching late night with me, is more of this. If you're more curious about it, and drop the questions about it. And again, I'll try to make sure I get a copy of this to everybody that wants a copy at some point via either the Discord or, you know, our YouTube homepage or any of that stuff. But you gotta subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I drop stuff like this and whenever I release new projects for Yu-Gi-Oh! Neo Duel. Guys, I really appreciate you showing up for the stream, and I'd love to see you in the next one. But until then, good night, and I will see you very soon.
got 2 boxes of Battles of Legend to open today for you guys. Let's tear straight into them. Got a big eye and another big eye. So we got a snake eye set of big eyes, guys. Now let's check out the pack. So we've got Gamma Seal and Absolute Zero. Cool, we got a lightning. I actually needed me one of those. That is cool. I really like that Stratos, guys. Nice, we got that Chaos Emperor Dragon. And we got one more pack to dig into. Let's see what we got here. There are so many good reprints for this pack, to be honest. I needed that Danko Senka, so that's good. Nice, nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys really seem to enjoy these Sword Duel Discs, so today I'm going to show it off a bit more, a little bit of the work I put in on it. The deck box is fully functional to where you can pull out cards. The graveyard is nice and easy to use, and as you can see, you can pull these cards out, but they're not going to fall, even upside down. The field spell zone is pretty simple to use. You can just slip in cards, and this works pretty much with all of the zones. I've kind of